Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Um, Today I have a very interesting video today. It's not an eating video this time, but it's just about books. My time with books, experience with them and all that. So I grew up in a household where reading was just kind of like, if you do it, if you want to, if you don't, then whatever. For some reason, I don't know why my parents didn't really emphasize reading, but I really got into reading around like third grade. I mean, of course, I knew how to read, like I wasn't illiterate or anything, but I would just kind of play video games and read only in school. I didn't see reading as like an enjoyable hobby. So I would just, think if you enjoy reading that you're like some form of nerd or, someone like that, which isn't the case. But around third and fourth grade, my school introduced a system to encourage kids to read and to actually comprehend the books that they chose to read. So it works something like this, right? So every book had a set of points that you can get from it. And let's say if you were in fourth grade, you would need 8 points for an entire semester. So that would mean, for example, I'm not sure if you guys know about, Goosebumps or, those type of books. I grew up with Goosebumps. I feel like now it's more acceptable to have like some form of comic like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or Captain Underpants or something close to that. I'm not sure what the current generation does. What like they're reading, their like their current reading aspirations are. So like at least for me, it was like Rick Riordan. I know Twilight got really big around when I was in middle school. At the tail end was when like Diary of a Wimpy Kid and all these other genres, or not genres, but these other authors came in so that they could make their name in the novel industry, writing industry. So today I'm just gonna share a few books that I have on me. Unfortunately, I don't have every single book that I've ever read, which sucks because a lot of them were just library books. Now, my brother, he has a lot of books. He has a lot of them. Like, he took dozens upon dozens with him when he went to school, and there's still so much in his room. It's actually ridiculous. But okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna save the best one for last, in my opinion. So, this is the book that I'm currently reading. It is this. Oh, that looks really nice. At least from what my camera's picking up, like this looks very nice. By Nicole Jarvis. I'm gonna try my best not to spoil it, so I'm not gonna turn off the cover, but I will show the. Ooh, that's not good. I will show the sides. Sorry, that was blurry, but this is kind of like a historical fiction book. And as you can see, there are bats on the cover. And I do really like the cover though. It really gets the historical feeling of the book. so far, I kind of like the way that this author talks in her book. It's just very direct, descriptive, but there's still some words that I like her use of that makes me just, oh, I want to put that or use something similar in my own novel. And yes, I am writing my own novel, which I will talk about if you guys are interested. But overall, so far, this is a good book. A really good book. And one day I hope that I can get mine published like this. Okay, the second book I have, I actually haven't touched it, but it's a really, really good premise. And it is The Maidens. I'm not gonna lie, I am someone who does judge a book by its cover, unfortunately, but in a good way. Like, this one made me really want to read it. This is by Alex. So I think I can actually turn over the cover this time. So long story short, there's this guy named Edward, and there's a woman named Ariana, and she's certain that he is, this murderer. And from what I can gather from just the back is that she just wants to bring this to light, but she's having trouble doing it. Just because she wants to prove that this guy did this. Yeah. I only read excerpts of this, so technically I did read it, sorry for lying. But I guess what I do as an aspiring author is I kind of look at the way that people write to see if I'm kind of on the right track. Like, when you're reading a book, you want there to be some form of progression through the story. And sometimes I have the issue of just staying in the moment for too long. And then it could kind of, kind of bore the reader. I'm going to show the binder now. It's actually really close, so I'm going to go slowly to my camera. But yeah, he really did his thing on this. The cover really made me want this. I'm also going to open the page because, as you see, this is where the actual page ends, but the cover kind of is missing a bit. So when you open, it's just a really good backdrop. It's really beautiful. So shout out to you. Alright. This author is one of my favorite authors growing up. And honestly, without him, I don't think I would have fell in love with books the way I did. So technically the very, very first book that the book series I've really ever enjoyed was Goosebumps. Especially around Halloween, the vibes were just immaculate. Goosebumps. I did read Twilight. Also, sorry, going back a bit, but in my school system, each book had its own set of points based on size and a difficulty of the read as per your age group. So for example, it would be kind of normal for an 8th grader to read a Twilight book, but if you're in 4th grade and you read a Twilight book and you read it and you completed the test, yeah, there is a test, but if you did well in the test, you wouldn't have to read for the rest of the semester, which was good but also bad because it would encourage students to cheat on the test so that they didn't have to read. So they had to find some workarounds around it. But yeah, sorry. Once again, off topic again. This is one of my favorite books. However, just because I show this does not mean it's my favorite book series of all time from this author, but it's pretty close. And it is The Heroes of Olympus, The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. I used to say his name was Riordan, or right here it says Rio, but you know, the last part didn't make sense, so I just say Riordan. If I am pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry, but I've been pronouncing it Riordan for as long as I can remember. But essentially, what I like about Rick Riordan's work is that he brings mythology in the fictional sense to life extremely well. This is the author of the Percy Jackson series, and all of his books were really, really, really good. I believe I finished the last book in 6th grade, and it was so good, and it was honestly one of the very few books that made me emotional when I finished. I'm sure we all have a series or something, like a TV series, where like at the very end you get sad because you realize that's it. That's all that's ever going to be. But yeah, the Percy Jackson series is number 1. He also has a Egyptian series. I actually have the book somewhere, but I cannot find it for this video, so I'm kind of angry. But the main character is Cain. His name is Cain. And once again, really good book. And then there's this one where it morphs Greek and Roman mythology together. Okay, great. So this is just, you can kind of see how long I had this book. It's starting to like, yeah, it's kind of oof. But the Red Pyramid, that's the name of the book of the Kane Chronicles. Red Pyramid. But yeah, Lightning Thief, the Sea of Monsters, Titan's Curse, the Battle of the so yeah, funny enough, it is blocking this, but I'm pretty sure this is Battle of the Labyrinth. And The Last Olympian was the last book. So yeah, guys. Oh, that's extremely close. Hold up. I wish I could show it better, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.